Okay, so here I am, day 62. I finished both therapy and my meditation practice today. So I was gonna kind of do one video for both things because it's just kind of relates. I recently received a video link to watch, kind of talking about the adversities of meditation. Not kind of talking about that. And it was really fascinating, and I mean, but also not surprising. I mean, so with anything, EMDR, meditation, Zoloft, prescription drugs for depression, whatever it is that you're seeking or using to aid your pain, unhappiness, whatever it is that you're seeking, please keep in mind that it should not be your savior. It should not be your savior. You can't put it on a pedestal. Like, while I'm doing this challenge, the meditation challenge, it was really just to show, like, the benefits, what it's not only done, what I've experienced that it's done for me in my past, in my life, but also, like, I want you to see the truth, what I experience in going through a challenge like that, similar to what I did with my EMDR vlog. So I think it's so important to share experiences where most people they only kind of share one side of the experience, the positive stuff, this did all of these amazing things, but like, there's a journey to getting there. Whatever tool you use, it's not like it's not like a magic pill that just like takes away all of your pain, or like all of a sudden makes you relax and you're like totally zen, and that's all bullshit. I don't believe in that at all. No. So this is literally why I chose to vlog about my EMDR process and my meditation process. I want you to see the truth of what that experience and that journey looks like, right? But again, I also don't want you to hold these things on a pedestal and thinking that this is the answer to all of your problems and your suffering. You are the answer to all of your problems and your suffering. You. No one else. No teacher, no coach, no therapist, no spiritual leader. You. Okay? Stop looking outside of yourself for those answers. You have these tools, and they're wonderful tools, but every single thing that you do can also cause you harm if you do it excessively, and if you do it as a means to solve all your problems. This is not reality. It's just really not reality. I'm finding for myself that upon starting this journey, I keep saying this journey, what I really mean by that is, I call it more of a spiritual journey, because it's not like, yes, it's a meditation challenge, but for me, that's just the tool. I find my connection to myself through music, through when I'm creating. I find that through pausing and just listening, just slowing down a bit. I've been finding it through other ways, like through working out, or yoga, meditation, mindfulness. There are so many things we have, but to hold just one of those tools as like your answer to everything is just not, that's just not it. This journey has been anything but easy. I I keep talking about this, like, you know, the ego death, and let me explain to you what that looks like for me personally. So for me, my identity, my entire life was that I was supposed to be responsible for the people in my life. I was supposed to be responsible, or that anything bad that happened was because of me or lied on my shoulders. So I was the scapegoat. I was also the moral compass. So, you know, I felt like I just always had to, friends and people who I would come in contact with, it was like always feeling like people were kind of waiting for me to do something to then give them the answer, whether it was right or wrong, which is just so not right. So I kind of always felt like I kind of took on these roles and these responsibilities over and over and over. And what I'm experiencing right now is none of that's real. That doesn't exist. It's all just an idea. It's all a construct. It has nothing to do with who I actually am as a person. And in fact, through childhood, I was so applauded for being these roles. I was applauded, and I was even told, you know, oh, thank you for being this person for me, you know. Like, that's horrible, because it doesn't it gave me this sense that that was who I was supposed to be. And with what I'm going through right now with this journey is I'm realizing that that is not the truth of who and what I am. And which is like, it's like a death. It's like I'm experiencing this death of this idea, right? And all the patterns that came with that. Every relationship, all the things that I've done over and over and over to uphold that, and the expectations for myself and others, all of that has died and no longer exists. And instead, what I've done is I've gone back in time to reconnect with my child self and remembering who she was and what she was like. And I mean, to the point where even on I have a new EP coming out, and on the cover it's a picture of me as a child. I'm doing I'm playing piano music because, like, and just instrumental stuff again, because that's what I did as a child. That's what connected me to myself. That's what my truth was. It was connecting to something beyond just mind and body of myself. And it was spiritual. It was something, and I say spiritual, it's so loosely because everyone has an idea of what that is. For me, it's just something beyond what we perceive as just human. It's something beyond the ideas that we make up that really aren't truth, right? So I've reconnected with this, and I'm looking at my child self very differently, whereas I used to loathe her, and I used to because of my abuse and whatnot. And what I'm finding is, even throughout you know, going through trauma, I was always able to connect to myself. Dissociation or whatever. I was taking myself away from whatever was happening and connecting to myself, and then in that space was where I was creating music. In that space was where I was remembering who I was, really having that relationship. And I think that's what's most important, because when you can do that, when you can have that relationship with self, with who you really, really, really are, and nurture that and give it grace. And that is literally where everything you're seeking already lies. Your success, unconditional love, happiness, joy, all of it lies right there. Which is why I keep saying you already have that. You just have to go within. And you have these tools to help you get there. But the tools should not be worshipped. They're just tools. So I think like I'm recognizing more and more how simple it all really is, and to not be excessive with one thing or another, but appreciating the truth that we all have that starts from birth, and reconnecting to that and remembering, like, go back to childhood and remember the times when you felt like you could do anything, or you were magical, or like you had superpowers, or you know, you maybe had some telepathy going on. Like can go back to so many moments of like, whoa, this was happening and it was so cool, but after a while, the people around me and the adults in my life were squashing it, or trying to make me something that I wasn't, or giving me ideas of something that I wasn't. And that's when the unhappiness comes in. That's when the ideas and the construct are formed that essentially take away that purity and that truth and that magic. So I'm going back to that. That's what this entire journey is. Even this challenge, my therapy, all of it. And I'm vlogging about it, and I'm trying to be as truly honest with you every single day with what my experiences are, so that you can kind of understand that it's not just like this woo-woo bullshit, like, oh, these crystals just healed my anxiety. No, I don't really get into that, you know? It's more of just like, I'm doing this thing. This is what it was for me. This is what my experience was, good or bad. You judge how you want, but it's everything. And it's also perception. Like sometimes you're gonna have bad days, and sometimes you're gonna have good days. But also, like, good or bad, does either of that really even matter? Like, all of it's just necessary to happen. You know, you can't appreciate something. You can't appreciate sunshine without having the contrast. A storm or bullshit weather, Ohio, you know, you can't appreciate that. So essentially you can almost look at everything as being good and necessary. Not easy, but good. That was a lot of information, and oh my gosh, this video is so long. I'm so sorry. But I'm also not sorry. This was just something I felt like I needed to like talk about and go through, and hopefully you hung in there with me and I didn't lose you too far down the rabbit hole. But I just needed to say those things. So that's my therapy video and my meditation video for the day. Thank you also for getting me to 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I appreciate you guys. Like, I was so shocked to see that yesterday. I felt like it's been moving, and I don't know, I'm just so grateful. I never thought that it would be something that would interest people in talking about these things, but I really appreciate your support. So thank you very, very much. Have a wonderful day. Keep showing up for you. Most importantly, just remember the answers all lie within you. Keep showing up for you. All right. Mwah.